Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai. In our last discourse, we read about the princess asking her father to marry her to sage Narada, even though he had a monkey face. Let's go on with chapter 27. Narada said, on hearing these words of her daughter from her nurse, the king addressed the queen Kaikeya of lovely eyes standing close by thus. Have you heard what the nurse has said? Damayanti has mentally chosen the monkey-faced Narada for her husband. What has she thought? Whatever it be, it is no doubt an act of great foolishness. His face is like a monkey. How can I betroth my daughter to him? Where is an ugly beggar Narada? And where is my daughter Damayanti? The marriage between them is quite unjust. Never it should take place, O beautiful one of good hairs. Better call her before you in private and show her reasons approved on the sastras and of the aged persons, and make her desist from such a rash curse. On hearing her husband's words, the mother Damayanti called her in private and said, O child, where is your beautiful face? And where is the monkey-like face of Narada? You are smart and quick. How have you seen, then, been deluded by such a moha? O child, you are the daughter of a king. Your body is gentle like a creeper. And Narada always besmears his body with ashes, so his body is very rough. O spotless one, how will you change your words with him? Why do you show your attachment to this ugly person? What pleasure do you feel thereby? You should be married to a beautiful prince. Never follow this rash course. Your father is very sorry to hear about this. O one of soft beauty, judge this yourself. What intelligent man is there that is not sorry at the soft malati creeper entwining with a thorny tree? When your marriage time arrives, say yourself, who will not be sorry to see you going to Narada and embracing him in his arms? Nobody likes to speak with an ugly-faced one. How will you be able to spend your time with him till your death? Narada went on to say, on hearing the mother's words, the gentle Damayanti, with her mind intently fixed on me, spoke to her mother, very much depressed in her spirits. O mother, what good-faced and beautiful form will avail, who is not in the path of love, and who is quite ignorant of the amorous feelings and sentiments? And what will the wealth and kingdoms of that unskilled, illiterate person avail? The deer that roam in the forest, getting enchanted by the nada sound of the rasa, give up their lives even to the singers, so they are fortunate. But fie to the persons who are illiterate and void of feeling of love, O mother. Narada Rishi is well conversant with the science of music and 7 swaras. No other man save Mahadeva knows this. Living with an illiterate person is courting death in every moment. One devoid of qualification should always be avoided by all means, though he be wealthy and of beautiful form. Fie on the friendship with kings that are illiterate and puffed up with vain arrogance. A well-qualified man, be he a beggar, is far better to be cultivated friendship with, leaving other circumstances out of account. Even to change words with such a well-qualified man makes him highly delighted. The man is very rare in the world, though he be weak, if he is well-versed in the science of music and in the skills of the 8 sentiments of love. The man versed in the knowledge of the swara leads one to the heavens of Kailash, and the rivers, like the Ganges and Saraswatis, by their own merits lead one to Kailasa. There is not the least doubt in this. He is a deva in the human body who knows the swara measure, and he who does not know the swara and its 7 grades is a beast, though he is a human form. He who finds no delight when he hears the tune regulated by Murchana and the 7 swaras. Do not consider the deer as a beast, for they get enchanted when they hear the musical notes. The venomous snakes, though they have no ears, get delighted to hear the enchanting swaranada by their eyes. They even are to be praised. But fie on those human beings who have ears, but who do not find any delight when they hear the nada. The little children feel intense pleasure to hear the music, but fie on those elders who are void of the musical sentiments. Does not my father know that Narada Rishi is ornamented with many qualifications? When is there in the 3 worlds like him in singing the Sama songs? For this reason, indeed, I have already selected him as my husband. Afterwards, due to a curse, the Muni, the ocean of qualifications, got his face changed into that of a monkey. The Kinnaras, skilled in the science of music, had their faces horse-like, but they are not. They are dear to all. What business have they to get good faces? They enchanted the devas even by their sweet, ravishing songs. O mother, kindly tell my father I have already chosen Narada as my husband. Therefore let him deliver me to his hands without making any further request in this matter. Narada said, on hearing the words of her daughter Damayanti, that unblameable pure queen, knowing her attachment deep towards me, spoke to the king thus, O king, now celebrate on an auspicious day and on an auspicious moment the auspicious marriage of Damayanti. The daughter has said that she has already selected Narada as her bridegroom, and it cannot be otherwise. Thus prompted by the queen, the king, Sanjaya, performed the marriage ceremony of his daughter in accordance with due rites and customs, and in an exceedingly becoming manner. O Rishi, I entered into the married life and remained there, though my heart constantly burned with the thought of my monkey face. Whenever the princess used to come to me for my service, I used to get tormented with the remembrance of my monkey face, but her face beamed with gladness whenever she saw me. Never she became sorry nor dejected, even for a moment, to see my face like a monkey. Thus time passed on. One day the Muni Parvata suddenly came there after making his sojourn to many pilgrimages. I showed him a great respect and gladly loved him and greeted him duly. He got himself seated in an excellent asana and became very sorry to see me. I am his uncle and have entered into the married life. My face has become monkey-like. Therefore I am very much depressed in spirits and worried with the sad thought and have become lean and thin. Seeing this, he was overwhelmed with pity. He said, O Muni, the curse that I cast on you before out of my anger I now withdraw. Here, O Maharishi, let your face be by my merits again as good as it ever was before. I now feel pity for the daughter of the king. Hearing thus, my heart also became gentle, and instantly, with a view to free him from my curse, I said, let your journey to the heavens be reestablished. I now make this special favor on you as regards my curse on you before. At his words, before exceedingly handsome as it were at his word, before exceedingly handsome as it was before, the princess Damayanti became very glad, and instantly she went to her mother and said, O mother, at the word of Parvata, the great Muni, the curse on your son-in-law has been removed, and his face has become handsome as before. The luster of his body has also increased. The queen was very much filled with ecstasy and joy at Damayanti's words, and went hurriedly and informed the king. The king, Sanjaya, gladly went at once to see the Muni. The great king became very glad and gave lots of wealth, gems, and jewels to me and my nephew Parvata as a dowry. Thus I have described to you my old story, how I felt the strong influence of Maya. O fortunate one, owing to the illusory nature of the gunas, like a magic, no embodied being in this world could have been happy before, or is he happy now, or he will be happy there hereafter. Lust, anger, greed, jealousy, attachment, egoism, and vanity, each one of these is very powerful. Nobody is able to conquer these. O Muni, the three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas, are the entire causes of the coming into this body existence of every being. O Vedavyasa, once I was passing with Bhagavan Vishnu, laughing and joking, making merriment through a forest, when suddenly I was transformed into a woman. Next I became the wife of a king, enchanted by Maya. I remained in his house and gave birth to many children. Vedavyasa said, O Deva Rishi, a great doubt has now arisen in my mind at your word. O Muni, you are very wise. How then did you get womanhood? How again did you regain your manhood? Who was the king at whose house you stayed, and how did you give birth to so many children? Describe fully and satisfy my curiosity. Describe to me now the nature of Maya, extremely wonderful, by which this entire universe, moving and non-moving, all are enchanted. O Muni, though I have your nectar-like words capable to remove all the doubts, embodying the essence of all the sastras, yet I am not fully satiated. Here ends the 27th chapter of the 6th book on the marriage of Narada and his face getting transformed into that of a monkey, and the Srimad, Devi Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses by Vedavyasa. Jai Mahamaya ki jai.